So, as Fulang casts his wish, all of you, feel your equipment pouches and bags get noticeably heavier as your items are returned to you. Elias, this becomes as a particular surprise to you, as I believe you're still with Erlang trying to skin the basilisk. I seem to remember.
Yeah.
I thought he came up, but he saw from a distance, right?
Oh no, you're right. You did.
Yeah, I'm down with the
just
basilisk and
Erlang.
sort of tidying things
Right.
up in the.
Never mind. In which case, you all get it and are as equally surprised as each other. As you're kind of doing this, Fulang takes the opportunity to sink into his long-forgotten home and kind of dive into the depths before you really have a chance to question him any further. Erlang, you're kind of getting to work with this basilisk. You've already managed to extract the contents of its stomach, which should give you some ingredients for some basilisk oil. Obviously very useful and a key and very highly sought after commodity for barter and other exchange. I imagine the events of the previous couple of hours are probably weighing quite heavily on your mind.
Yeah, these people turned up and just kept saying that Frank was actually not a fish, but Frank is a fish. I've been told from a young age, Frank is a fish, don't question it.
The rest of you are now firmly aware that Frank is actually a little bit more than just a fish. So obviously kind of stood up away from Erlang at the top of this waterfall a bit further down by the lake. You're going to have to find a way to break that to him.
Given that he was very insistent that his druids thought that this was just a fish, it does open some questions about why Frank was not in fact a fish.
I mean, the easiest way to explain all of this would just be to not explain all of this.
Yeah, we could just walk down and just be fully kitted again, and then... Yeah.
I'm gonna take a quick look at everybody who's now, like, suddenly quite heavily laden with stuff. I think he's gonna have some questions.
Then we'll give him the answer when he asks.
Okay.
That Frank is not a fish.
Alright, so you guys kind of make your way back to Erlang, who's kind of finishing up with the basilisk corpse. Erlang, you see them all approach. You notice that Wide Eye has a very shiny new axe.
Did you all find a merchant or someone up there? I think you'll sell anything that will help tidy up the grove. It's taken its time, but I've made a bit of a dent in this corner.
So
I can
Wide
help.
Eye.
While it looks like Wide Eye's about to start talking to him, I'm gonna just start quietly tidying up in another area.
While the goat walks off, Wide Eye, very fucking triumphantly, very happy with his wonderful new axe. Just walking past, it's like too busy staring at the axe as he's doing it. He's gonna walk past and just go, "Frank was a dragon."
Frank was a fish. We discussed this. That's a nice axe as well. Please keep it away from the tree in the center. We discussed this. That looks like it could do some serious damage to the sacred tree.
picking up that this is maybe not going to go all that well, I'm going to pause the tidying up and go and stand next to Erlang. I'm going to do a gentle hand on the shoulder. Try my best at something that probably doesn't come very naturally in empathy. Erlang, I think your druids maybe were keeping a secret from you. We didn't get all of this stuff from a merchant at the top of the waterfall. Frank wasn't lying. He did give us a wish. He was a dragon. If we go back up there, he might say hello, but I don't know, and I don't really want to test that.
But Frank was a fish. I was always told Frank was a fish. And any questions were quickly shut down by the elder druids. They know a lot about this, so maybe they can put this to bed.
That sounds like a great idea because
I'm sure
we're
they'll be
not
able
lying.
to persuade you. That
We need to tell them that the basilisk is gone anyway, so...
Yeah, maybe we can discuss it with them because, yeah, it's not like we hallucinated. We know and we got all our stuff back that we lost.
Yeah,
So-
you
Got Wide Eye's axe.
You guys have no reason to lie. It's just not adding up.
I understand that. But we're just telling you our side of the story and this is how it is and we'll explain it to the elders.
What happened when you're all at the top of the waterfall then?
I threw in, the rod that was next to the grove? I threw that into the lake. And
That's not how you fish.
yeah, I know. I just got this sudden feeling of that I needed to throw it in. And when I did, Frank transformed into a dragon, and he said, "Thank you for freeing me from this torment." Basically, here's a wish, and we got all our stuff back.
Oh.
There is no fishing rod anymore, and I don't think Frank will appear again until he's really needed. Sorry, Frank. What was his name again, guys? Was it Frank?
Right.
Fulank for food. You guys know it better than I do.
I refuse to believe that he was anything other than Frank.
Okay. Yeah, that's not making any sense. Frank's a fish and has always been a fish, as far as I've been told. Maybe the elder druids will have an explanation for this. You said he was tormented like that? No, that can't be the elders.
He was
They wouldn't.
cursed.
Yeah, they wouldn't do something like that.
Hey, maybe they didn't curse him. Maybe they were keeping an eye on him? Look, like a dragon is pretty serious business in the realm. Given the fact that people are currently sharing scales and things like that. He was kind of in danger either way. Look, let's go talk to them.
Let's go talk to the elders. Either way, we need to tell them that the grove is free and safe. And the basilisk problem has been dealt with. I'm sure they'll be able to compensate you for saving the grove as well. I said I would, but I was. I can give you some herbs. They're more likely to have something maybe a bit more appealing to you all. So let's go find the elders. I know where they're holed up. Let's let them know that it's safe and see what they've got to say about things.
Okay, so Erlang, you lead the others off towards the kind of temporary refuge that the elders have been forced to kind of hunker down in while this basilisk threat's present. It's not too far. It takes you about 2 hours, kind of walking through the forest. The rest of you kind of know that Erlang's not really leading you along any, kind of laid out paths, but it seems that he knows these woodlands like the back of his hands anyway. And it doesn't seem to really impede his progress. And following suit, you guys managed to make pretty good time through these woods. Eventually, you approach a kind of a small clearing with a kind of set of kind of stone pillars, kind of up again in a rough circle. Not quite the same level of intricacy as the grove you've just left. Clearly to serve a similar purpose, perhaps. You notice that there are a couple of, like almost temporary lean-to shelters that have been constructed out of, kind of locally available materials. But Erlang, you recognise that, the head of your grove, a druid named Song Huan, quite an elderly, quite a wise elven figure, is present. He kind of greets you as you return. Ah, young Erlang, and companions, I see.
Hello, Elder Juan. Yes, these are. I'll rattle through everyone's names. They helped me clear the grove. We have dealt with the basilisk.
You've dealt with a basilisk? Ah, marvellous. That's relieving to hear.
They were also saying things about Frank, which I don't understand. Because as we know, Frank is a fish. They're saying that Frank wasn't a fish. And they took him up to the top of the waterfall and came down with all of this shiny gear. And we know that that's hard terrain to navigate, so there won't be any merchants or groups of soldiers or anything they could have acquired it from, shall we say. So I don't understand what's happening. It's you can feel them. They don't seem to be illusions, and they certainly didn't have this gear when we were fighting the basilisk. It would have made it easier.
It goes further than that. We know that Frank is a dragon.
What does it matter? Because he's a fish.
He kind of looks between the few of you. This is a strange story. Erlang, you didn't give him any of the magical spores that we've been keeping for special occasions, did you?
Of course not. Those are valuable.
And you haven't been conducting any further experimentations to determine perhaps their dream states without telling them?
No, of course not.
He shakes his head. Well, this is most perplexing to me. But anyway, the matter at hand. The basilisk is dead. We will once more convene in the central grove. Just one moment, sir.
Does it seem like he's dodged past the whole, like, Frank was a dragon point?
Roll me
A little bit
insight,
too much.
please, Yinfu. Yeah, so you can see he's making a marked point to avoid directly answering that, and looks like that might potentially be a bit of deflection, maybe. But he keeps his composure, and he's got a very hard to read face. Again, he is quite an elderly elf, even by elven standards, and he doesn't let much slip. No matter. Erlang, because you are now in possession of what appears to be a fairly capable group of companions. I do have a task of you, and I was asking the others to assist you. It is important now that we let the master of the Circle of Equilibrium over in Jining know now that the Druid's Grove is once more fully operational. If you allow me a few moments, I will compose a message, and you can deliver that for me.
Of course, Elder.
Oh, and for the rest of you and your troubles, he puts a hand into a very baggy sleeve. You hear a clink of coin. He pulls out a purse. Allow me to offer this as a token of our gratitude. He tosses over this coin purse to the nearest of you, and it contains 100 gold pieces.
Ooh.
Thank you.
As you're counting that, he kind of turns and finds a suitably level stone and begins to compose a message on like quite a rough piece of parchment. After he's done that, he takes a moment to kind of seal it with a wax stamp, no doubt a sign of his office here. And then he hands it over to you, Erlang.
Thank you. To which master shall I hand this to?
Head to the central palace in Jining. The Circle Equilibrium meet there. You will be looking for Master Zheng Xia.
We'll get that in the chat.
Yes, I will spell that for you in the chat. 1 moment.
Thank you.
And who's that meeting? Sorry, the central. What are they called?
So he's the kind of head of the local branch of the Circle of Equilibrium, which is the kind of imperial sanctioned order of druids that oversee all other local branches of various other druidic circles.
Was it Jinning, you said?
Jinning.
It was, yes. So you would know that it's not too far, like probably about day's travel, day and a half if roads are bad.
I will give you updates on my movements, and we'll let you know when I will return. Will you all be okay getting back to the grove by yourself?
Why don't we come and help?
Don't worry about us, young ones. We're not that old. He kind of gives you a little kind of chuckle at that, but you
I
can
don't
see
know,
that you never
sir.
enough.
You've always looked the same to me, and I've changed quite a lot in the time you've known me.
Well, yes, this is true. But such is the nature of our existences. He kind of looks at you, and you can see that he's being quite sincere in this. It's not like, as far as you can tell, Erlang, he's the the same kind of character that you've known. He's not doesn't seem off particularly. You get no impressions of him trying to hide anything from you.
Well, you all heard the man. Are you okay to accompany me to Jining? Have you not got any other matters to attend to? I know you were with the Brotherhood when we met. You don't have any business with them I'm drawing you away from?
No, nothing pressing.
The last thing that we did with them, we ended up with one of our party members dying. So no, we don't.
Ah, my condolences. But this should be a lot more peaceful than that.
Oh, I do hope so.
In that case, we will be off. Take care, Master, and I will see you again soon.
He nods. Safe travels, apprentice of mine.
And we off.
Okay, so you guys start off away from this secondary grove, and Erlang leads you south until you kind of hit what appears to be a fairly minor back road. But you follow it east, and eventually it kind of joins up with a larger, kind of better maintained Imperial road. So you keep going, and then by the time night falls, you're most of the way to Jining, but still a couple of hours away as the darkness settles in. Now they're fairly safe roads, this close to a city and this well maintained, so up to you whether you want to camp or push on through.
People need any rest?
What's everyone's preference? I'm able to just camp in a tree quite easily, but with a group this large, that might be difficult.
A little rest might be sensible for.
Yeah, because we haven't rested since the basilisk. Really, we were too busy with Frank to rest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think some rest would be good.
All right, cool. So you guys pick a nice spot, somewhere with a bit of kind of tree cover, and get yourselves set for a night on the road, on the roadside even.
Will that be a short rest?
It will be a short rest.
Crispy, can I do a long rest? Because I'm still slightly injured from like 3 sessions ago.
Yeah, you would have had a chance to long rest since then.
I don't like that 20.
Don't worry about it.
Oh no!
I feel like it's either really good for us or fucking terrible for us.
It's gonna be terrible.
Nah.
There we are. Zara's starting to get the hang of Christmas D&D session.
I've already got another character lined up just in case.
Just one?
Don't say that. How do we? Here we go.
All right, let me know when everybody's finished with their rests, and we'll move on from there.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Yeah, all good.
Okay, cool. So you guys managed to get a fairly peaceful night. You wake up, the nice cool morning air. It's quite refreshing, but the sun is already, rising above the horizon, and the first of its rays are starting to kind of reach your skin with the promise of more warmth to come. Erlang, you know that you're probably, maybe 3-4 hours tops away from your destination here, so it shouldn't be much of an ordeal today. You'll get there in good time.
How did everyone sleep?
Not too badly.
Yeah, all right.
Dreams were interesting again. I kept on dreaming I was being held underwater until I was just about to not be able to breathe, and then I was let up again.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You doing all right there, Infu?
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just weird dreams.
Maybe you were dreaming you were Frank?
Maybe
Oh god.
it's Frank inside all of us.
You've got hard to
I hope
breathe.
not. I'll make a little note of that in the dream journal that he keeps. We are only a few hours away, so we should get there in good time this morning if we leave soon.
Yeah, up for that.
Sounds good.
And we go.
Okay. So, you guys continue on, and before too long, the city gates start to rise in front of you. Obviously, for some of you guys who are perhaps maybe a little more nervous about the, the kind of law side of the realm, it seems that the realm is a big enough place that here in Jining, nobody seems to know that you are wanted. So you pass through the gatehouse with no trouble. So, Erlang, you kind of know roughly where you're headed. You've been here a few times before with Song Huan, albeit when you were, I won't say considerably smaller because you're still quite small, but shall we say younger?
Yep.
So you kind of lead the party back in roughly the right direction, but it doesn't take too long to kind of get a visual on where you're going. The Circle of Equilibrium have a fairly large tower inside the city, and it's quite distinct from various others because there are, verdant gardens on several kind of terraced balconies across the tower, giving it the appearance of almost being alive itself. As you come to the entrance here, you can see it's guarded by a few kind of burly-looking chaps in kind of leather armor, kind of quarterstaffs in one hand and sickles at their belt.
I'll go up to them and in Druidic say, hello, we're here with a message for Master Zhengxia from Songhuan.
The guards, obviously hearing Druidic, and with the name drops, obviously matching the relevant people, they nod and they kind of bid you enter. So you do, and are promptly led up towards a audience chamber. And as you enter the scene before you, it's not one necessarily of vast wealth and grandeur in the same way that you would expect from maybe a magistrate's kind of accommodation. It seems that the Druidic Order here, they're still fairly ascetic compared to others in positions of power across the realm. The rooms are set out in very, very functional manners, and as said, quite a lot of space is dedicated to the kind of processing of products of these gardens on the various levels. However, as the kind of a leader of this particular branch, it seems that Zhengxia has a good deal of paperwork to be getting on with, and as such his chamber is kind of filled with bookcases and a very heavy set desk. As you kind of approach, you are greeted by him. He stands, he's to say a tiefling. Greetings, I've been told you have a message for me.
Oh, yes, sir. And Erlang will run over and hold out the letter for him. Good tidings from Master Song Huan.
Ah, I remember you. Weren't you his apprentice?
Yes, sir. Erlang Ping.
Well, thank you very much, Erlang. He takes the letter from you and makes a point of examining the seal, which you can see is unbroken. He breaks that and then quickly reads through the letter. You try and judge his reaction, but his face remains virtually expressionless as he reads it. When he finishes, he just puts it in his pocket. Doesn't really mention it to you. You have my gratitude, Erlang. Tell me, how's your training going these days?
Rather well, I believe. And I am going to cast. Go Skywrite.
Okay, cool. What are you going to make appear?
I'm guessing there's like an open courtyard, kind of, so we can see the sky.
Yeah, there would be somewhere to view the sky from.
The same thing that everyone writes when they first get a penny. He's just going to write his name in the sky in Druidic.
You watch as Zhengzia, he follows your gaze up to the sky and obviously sees this appear. Ah, yes, a classic favourite of the apprentices. It's always fun to cast, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, no, I'm glad to see that your training is coming along. And it actually brings me on to a slightly more sensitive matter of my own regarding one of my own apprentices, as it happens. My latest, but certainly not the greatest, apprentices has gone missing, I'm afraid. Very headstrong individual, and to be honest, wouldn't be too heartbroken to see the back of her, but problem is, she's a princess of the blood, at least to some minor degree. As such, I need to make at least some effort of getting her back.
Oh, of course.
Now, I know that you obviously have knowledge of these local areas, and he looks at the rest of you. It seems you have a fairly ready escort here.
Yes, this group helped clear the basilisk from the camp. I can vouch for their combat prowess.
Good, good. Well, I would make it worth your time if you could return her to me.
Of course. What's her name and where was she last seen?
Well, her name is Mao Huan. Last I heard from her, she was off gathering ingredients from the woods slightly south of here. But that was about, well, she should have been back about 2 days ago.
Oh, yes, that's quite a long time to be gathering ingredients.
Makes me worried that something untoward has happened.
Well, you said she was a princess of some kind, so wouldn't that draw some attention to her anyway?
So, this is kind of new context because it hasn't really come up at this point, but your characters would know, obviously being from or very well acquainted with the realm, but essentially all royalty in the realm, or those of royal blood to some degree, are draconic in nature. Now, to be to the point where watered down to the level of a dragonborn, you know that's a very, very diluted bloodline at that point. So probably a very, very minor noble. However, obviously still symbolic enough to warrant the efforts and the expenses of a search. So you would know that she would be a dragonborn. You'd be looking out for.
Is
Yes,
she
I'd be,
known for disappearing?
No, not particularly. We've not really had many issues with her wandering. She's headstrong, but she's not stupid.
And did you have a fight or anything before she disappeared?
No more than usual.
Okay.
She doesn't respond well to the discipline that the Order requires.
Does the family have any enemies or anyone who might want to do anything to them?
Well, none that would so frivolously risk their heads by acting upon it, as far as I'm aware.
Hmm.
You said she hasn't dealt very well with the shaping from the circle. Is it possible she's left of her own volition?
He shrugs. Quite possibly, but I would imagine she would have made a bigger deal of it. She would have wanted to throw that in my face.
Ah.
Are there any places that are familiar to her that she might have ran away to?
I'm afraid I know precious little of her life before she joined my order.
Okay.
Do you have a more exact description of her?
Yes, so as I said, she is of the blood, so you will be looking for a dragonborn. Her scales are a slightly greyish tint. Should probably set her apart from most other people you'll encounter in those woods.
Mhm.
But yes, I implore you to act quickly. As I say, it's already been 2 days, so it's enough to spark concern.
Okay.
There's one last thing that before we leave. Now I have no reason to misbelieve them, but it goes against everything we've been taught. These people, you know, there was the magical talking fish in the grove, Frank. These people seem to believe that he wasn't a fish and was in fact something else. Do you know anything about this? I brought it up to Master Shia, and he seemed to also believe that Frank was a fish, as we've been taught. But they've been quite insistent about it, and they, as far as I can tell, they have no reason to lie.
He pauses for a moment before looking at the rest of you. I've heard of no such things happening, and I would be careful before spreading salacious rumours. He makes that in a particularly pointed manner, you notice. It'd be best for everybody.
Again, does it seem like he's deflecting?
It seems like he's very much giving you a veiled threat.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just basically said, don't tell anybody else, or there may be trouble for you. What I got from that.
It'll do no good to be inciting panic of sightings of feral dragons around here. Even if it were true.
Now, Erlang didn't say that it was a dragon. So how
He
did you?
catches himself for a moment, realizing obviously that he's got himself into a bit of a situation. And you can see a streak of indecision on his face. He he claps his hands and a kind of posse of guards enter. Okay.
Oh.
It seems now that you've left me very little choice. The existence of that dragon is a secret that cannot leave these walls.
What dragon?
Let's not play coy. Oh, for fuck's sake! I fucking hate all of you.
Could you give a brief description of our surroundings? How flammable they are?
No.
You're in a tower which has multiple gardens containing flammable plants. The building material is stone, but the furnishings are largely wood or wood products, being a kind of a druidic kind of sanctum here. But yeah, it's looking like this is a fairly flammable
It's like, well,
environment.
when he's clapped his hands, have the guards come through like the only entrance, or
There are a number of doors. Many guards have poured through, quite a lot.
We can
There are,
keep a secret.
So I don't understand. You just said that he was a fish.
Yeah, he's lying to you.
Is this true, Master? Why would everyone keep this under wraps?
the dragon Fulang, or as you would know him, Frank, was put in that pond for a very good reason. In fact, he looks almost pitifully at you, Erlang. In fact, the entire existence of your grove was to serve one purpose and one purpose alone: to keep that dragon in that pond in the form of a fish. It seems that purpose now has come to an abrupt end.
What does that mean
Now.
for the grove?
They will be disbanded, sent away. I'll find other purposes for them. Nothing bad will happen to them, but I will have to do some serious re-evaluation. This will have far-reaching consequences when word reaches the capital. And word will reach the capital. Anyway, there's nothing more to be done about it now. He kind of paces back and forward. Well, I still find myself in need of my apprentice rescuing. Carry that out for me, and I will find a way to smooth this over that doesn't involve you rotting in a jail cell.
Yes, sir. And Erlang starts walking out, looking quite substantially dazed.
we'll start stepping alongside him.
Okay, so you kind of watch as Zhengzia kind of sits at his desk and starts to quite rapidly start penning various missives. You don't get to watch for long, though, as you're escorted out by these guards and fairly unceremoniously ejected out into the busy streets again.
Good thing we didn't give him our names.
What just happened?
We weren't lying to you.
It's alright.
Sorry.
You'll get used to that sort of thing.
Yeah, we're usually chucked out of places. Well,
Hey, usually we're chased out. This is pretty good.
yeah, actually.
I was wondering whether Cal was going to set fire to the second important location.
Well, when you say guards start streaming into the room, I'm thinking escape plan. You know.
Not just, you know,
Horrible
involves
escape
arson,
plan.
apparently, you know.
Yeah, you know.
The fact that you're not an evocation, is it evocation
Yeah.
wizard? Yeah, it's shocking to me.
It's a good job, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
That is, you know, it's not his strong suit, but it's still the first protocol.
You
I
can take
distract
the evocation
people,
out of the wizard, but you can't take the wizard out of evocation.
I get why. It's because evocation wizards, they can make little pockets of safety inside their evocation spells. When Cal's around, there are no pockets of safety.
But have I ever burnt anyone? Have I caused any harm to anyone? Like, come on.
I don't know,
That
I'm
one
really
little
about
fire.
a day.
And everyone goes crazy.
We didn't stop for details. I think
I'm not-
you get off on a technicality.
I'm not saying anything about ruining something important in this group. I just look at our rogue.
I look behind as if you're looking at someone behind me.
We all just decidedly trying to avoid eye contact with Lee May right now. A sudden guilty conscience is descending upon all of us.
Well, anyway.
Shall we head south outside the city, I suppose? If we find the apprentice, we might be able to get back into his good books.
Yeah. Or we just give him more time to plan an ambush of some sort for us, probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wouldn't do that to one of his own.
Hmm.
And definitely not if
Yeah.
we have the princess with us.
Oh, but he would curse a dragon for centuries, but whatever. I say that under my breath.
Okay. Well,
Where shall we go
do we
first?
need any supplies, I suppose, while we're in a major city like this? We've got 100 gold from our reward for killing the basilisk.
We do, and we have the other party money from before, right?
I don't actually have that in my inventory. Has anyone else got it?
I've got
I think it
18
was
gold.
about another 100 gold or something like that.
Yeah.
Just add that to yours, then, Carl. I can...
Alright, okay. Right, so am I carrying the other pouch of 100 gold as well then? And we'll
Yeah,
I'll
probably because
it all
you've got
together.
the bag of holding, and it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Put it in the bag of holding then. That's like 200 gold there, right there. Pretty good. You can buy 4 healing potions with that.
Would be
4
huge.
healing potions. It's not even 1 each.
Hey, it's better than no
Jesus.
healing potions.
This is true. Yeah.
Okay. Supplies? Yeah. Quick supply run.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
sensible. And then no time to waste by the sounds of things.
I guess a pint can wait.
Get it to go.
Actually, I've got my flask back. I've got my flask back.
There you go.
Is there still whiskey in my flask, Crispy?
There is as much whiskey in there as the the period it was taken from you upon your imprisonment.
Yes. Back on it,
Well,
please.
at least he could have done is filled it up for you.
That's not what you wished for.
That's not what we wished for.
That dragon is tricksty. That fish is tricksty.
I can't think of a good pun. Anyway, let's go get some supplies then.
Okay, so the marketplace Engineering is, again, quite a bustling one. It's a large city, and villagers come from wide areas around to trade. And sat where it is on the kind of main bridge across a large river, a lot of kind of traffic going from the north to the south and vice versa also pass through here as a stopping point. And as such, you're able to find pretty much any generic items for fairly reasonable prices.
Okay. I'm gonna try a potion shop of some sort, an alchemist or a herbalist.
Okay, sure. So you have a look around, and it doesn't take you all too long to find a apothecary's stall here. And he has a number of potions available. The ones obviously that catch your interest are these potions of healing.
Yeah. The potions of healing. How much?
He takes a look. Which ones are you interested in? I have a number here. So he kind of gives you a rundown. He's got, by the looks of it, about half a dozen healing potions, and from the looks of it, maybe 2 greater healing potions.
Right,
Now these
price.
healing potions here, I can do those for 45 gold pieces. The greater ones, I can do those for 97.
Huh. As a reminder, is it 2d4 plus 4? Is it
Yeah, 2d4 plus 4 for
the basic healing?
and then it's 4d4 plus 4 for the greater.
Oh, 4d4 plus 4.
For the greater healing.
So it's probably more efficient to just buy more smaller ones. But then it's more actions, I guess.
Now remember, in this one, I do let you drink them as bonus actions.
Yeah. True. Got 2. I'm assuming the rest of the party's with me. Did anyone have anything in mind that they wanted to purchase, or? Because I might spend a lot of money here.
Honestly, not really. I'm very. I don't want to say low maintenance. That would be a lie. But I have everything I need.
I think I have enough myself to cover what I need, so go ahead.
Okay. I'll if I purchase 1 greater healing potion and 2 regular healing potions, could you make that a deal of some sort?
1 greater and 2 normals. I'll do that for you for 170.
I'm gonna try yield hypnotic gaze.
I forgot it. Okay, fine.
It's D100, definitely not that.
No. Oh.
He passes it.
Well.
170 is a good offer, friend. I'd take that if I were you.
Yeah. Very well then. 170.
Okay, so you hand over the coins and the potions are yours. I
Yes.
will get those. One moment. Give me one.
I can probably find them myself.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that.
Out of the
Waste a bit of time.
plutonium.
Okie dokie. So, whilst Elias is purchasing those, does anybody else have anything they're particularly keen to acquire before setting off?
Yes, I have a few things. I want to head to, I don't know, maybe it'd be a blacksmith or something, and I'm after some ball bearings and some caltrops.
Okay, so It's not hard to find the smithy's shop. Obviously, you just follow the sound of clinking. When you get there, you can see it's quite a sizable place. You can see several different forges with multiple kind of blacksmiths kind of working. The workshop foreman kind of greets you as quite a down to earth looking chap. His tunic kind of smeared with kind of coal dust and sweat from the heat, which you can kind of feel even stood outside the shop. All right, you looking for something particular?
Yes, nothing large. I'm just after a bag of ball bearings off you and perhaps some caltrops if you happen to have them lying around.
Let me see what we've got in stock. So, he heads back in and you can kind of hear him rumbling around somewhere. He comes back out. Yeah, we've got some caltrops. How much are you looking for?
Maybe two bags if you have.
All right. He kind of divides these caltrops and kind of puts them into 2 bags, 20 caltrops in each one. He kind of hands them over to you to inspect. So you can kind of see that obviously these things are well crafted and made of, by the looks of it, just kind of simple iron. But each point is kind of honed to a nice sharp tip there. So they look like they're going to be up for the task. That'll be 4 gold pieces, please.
For such great work, I think that's reasonable. So I'll hand over 4 gold. And as I'm handing it over, as a very talented blacksmith, you obviously know your way around a weapon, I would assume. What do you make of this? And I show him the dagger that I got from the bandit camp outside of Nanping.
He takes it off of you and has a kind of look. You can see he's kind of eyeing up the material of the blade. Well, the steel leaves a bit to be desired. You can kind of see he points out a few kind of imperfections in the blade. Style, though, that's definitely orcish. I'd be surprised if this was made within the walls. He hands it back. It's certainly a good display piece, but I'd be hesitant to put my trust in it if push came to shove, if you catch my drift.
I see. Thank you very much for your time. And for doing that little bit extra for me, I'm just going to leave him 5 silver.
He nods in his appreciation.
Good day, sir.
Well, likewise.
And one last thing I want to do. I want to find the postal station. And I have a letter to send.
Yep, sure. So you find the postal station, and you kind of present the clerk with your letter, and he's able to send that for a cost of 10 copper pieces.
Perfect.
Or 1 silver if you wanted to be.
Yeah. So before I seal the letter, I drop in 2 gold pieces, sort of out of view, not really obvious to the clerk. And then I seal the letter, hand it over, and I've only got a gold, so I'll need 9 silver back from the guy.
Sure, so you get the change back, and he posts this letter for you. It should be at its destination within a week.
Perfect. And that's all I wanted to do.
Okay, anybody else got business in Jining?
When we were with the Brotherhood, they said they knew a guy who would melt down the silver bullion for us. They didn't give us a name, did they?
They did not.
Okay.
You didn't find that one out before you left.
Okay. I don't think it's worth taking a risk, probably, with just any old random blacksmith or...
No. Not
Right now, we're not desperate for the
Yeah.
money, and we are very desperate to not be arrested. So,
Let's just find this princess and then probably go back and ask the Brotherhood regarding who to actually go to, rather than just waving them around, going, "Look, I've got these silver bullion! Wow!" So yeah,
don't worry about where they came from.
yeah,
Trail
don't
of
worry
blood.
about it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys reconvene. Now, Erlang, you would kind of know the good spots to kind of gather the common ingredients that an apprentice druid might need. So you would have, at least an inkling of where to start your investigation.
Has everyone else turned up? Are we still waiting on anyone?
I will be there.
No one said they're missing, so let's go.
Suppose if they were missing, they wouldn't exactly announce it.
Let's head out the city then, and I'll start guiding everyone at the south entrance.
Okay.
Likely direction is this way, and he's going to sort of start just walking off. Walk sort of just off the beaten path through all the trees.
All right, so Erlang starts to kind of make his way south, choosing not to follow the Imperial Road. So you guys follow him. He obviously knows at least roughly where he's headed. But Erlang, you've probably got about another day's travel before you kind of get to the good spots.
He'll bump back onto the road then. We're quite far away. He'll scooch us back onto the road, and travel south.
Okay, cool. So you guys keep traveling. Again, you're very much on well-patrolled, well-maintained roads here, so you're able to be fairly relaxed as you travel, and you make good speed until Erlang kind of indicates the time is right to head back off into the woods. Erlang, you sense that something is a little bit off in these parts. You can see that quite a lot of fairly common kind of food sources, like you notice an apple tree has been kind of stripped bare, but in quite a destructive manner. Like branches have been kind of almost scraped off. The bark's been scraped off of them in places, and all the food appears to be gone.
Can I roll to see if I know what might have been doing this?
Roll me an investigation, please.
Could I argue nature?
Yeah, go on.
24.
Okay, so you take a look at this tree. You can see that the amount of damage this thing's taken. It's highly likely that the bark has been stripped to the point where this tree's going to be at risk of dying of various kind of infections. But judging by it, these this was kind of hacked at quite roughly with, by the looks of it, iron or steel tools in efforts to clearly harvest the apples, but it's been done very clumsily, with probably more violence than was strictly necessary.
Everyone be careful. Something's been I don't want to say harvesting. Something's been taking the food, and these marks look man-made. This isn't some beast that's hungry. This is intentional.
Well, okay.
So just be on guard.
Okay, you push forward a little further. The wilderness around you now starting to show more and more signs of kind of largely being kind of foraged in a very slash and burn manner. What catches your eye, though, Erlang, is at the foot of a particularly large tree, you can kind of see a discarded sickle. You look up, and directly above, you can see that the tree, in the higher branches, is home to quite a few mistletoe plants, which are obviously quite a important ingredient in quite a few druidic poultices and other important preparations.
Everyone be careful walking under this tree. It's there's a charm you'll need to do if you walk under mistletoe, and it's probably avoided, as I don't know any of you that well. Gonna call up in druidic. Hello, is anyone up there?
You get no response from the tree.
There's a sickle here, so I think they're close by, or were at one point.
This sickle could have been here for 2 days. If it's from the person we are looking for.
Yeah, and the master did say that she had an attitude, so maybe she was getting frustrated while gathering things, potentially.
I would be surprised if she was taking her anger out on nature in this way. It goes against quite a lot of teachings.
Could it be that she's come across someone taking their anger out on the trees and decided to say something about it? She seems like the kind of person to not really keep her opinions to herself.
Maybe. Let's continue.
Taking the sickle, Erlang, you have a look, and you notice that there's no obvious kind of nicks or other damage that might come about from kind of rampantly slashing this thing across kind of tree bark or anything more substantial than kind of the stems of herbs and other soft plants.
It looks like this wasn't used to hack the trees. It's in near pristine condition. Oh, maybe there was a scuffle of some sort. Oh, quick! We need to move.
Is there any tracks?
Roll me a nature, please.
I was kind of more asking Erlang, but
Oh, okay.
okay, I can give it a go.
If you're looking, I can give you guidance.
Okay.
I have an extra 1d4.
Oh,
So, the ground is quite dry. There hasn't been much rain here for a while, but you can kind of see, kind of scuff marks in the grass a little bit, where, something has clearly kind of kicked in and dug the dirt up a little bit. It looks like something happened here, but you're not entirely sure what or how many people may have been involved.
Okay. So, could have been some sort of kerfuffle. Maybe it was our druid being attacked or chased. I mean, it could be people, it could be animals. It's not really clear. What direction do they lead off in?
Yeah, I'm not liking this.
So they head kind of roughly southwest, although the trail is very faint.
I mean, okay. Roughly that way. I'll just point. At this point, I'll send Lynn up to have a scout around to the southwest.
Okay, cool. So Lynn takes flight and quite quickly gains altitude over the trees, and starts to, kind of scope out the path ahead of you as you guys advance. She quite quickly spots something that immediately draws your attention, Elias. And as you approach to kind of view it with your own eyes, you see a large tree with 3 bodies hanging from a limb. You can see that they're suspended by ropes, some by the neck, but one of them by the ankle. And you can see a very crude sign has been nailed to one of their chests. It simply says "keep out," but there are several spelling mistakes.
Oh, yeah. Are any of the 3 corpses a dragonborn?
No, they all look to be either human or half-elf, and judging from the attire, they seem to have been roadsmen, so, kind of patrolling road watchmen.
Am I seeing this through Lynn's eyes still? Sorry.
Originally, yes, but as you guys get closer to that location, you can kind of catch that with your own.
Could be a bandit outpost somewhere, maybe. If she was roaming around, she may have accidentally run into one of the groups. She could have been grabbed.
And maybe a stupid question. Are these bodies definitely dead?
Yes, judging by the stench and the state of decay.
Okay, just double checking that they're not fresh. Okay, definitely dead.
Now, even to your non-medical eye, Lima, you can tell these guys have been here probably a week or longer.
Okay.
Maybe we should cut them down. How high up are they, suspended?
They're on the lowest available branch, so their feet only dangle, a couple of maybe even only half a meter above the ground and not high up.
Oh, right, okay. So, well, I could probably use my flame glaive actually to reach out and tickle the ropes and see if I can like burn them loose. No, I won't do that because I'm going to set a forest fire. Wide-Eye, you're tall. Can you cut the ropes?
I believe Wide Eye is
Might be
elsewhere.
Oh, right, okay.
Maybe taking
Wide-Eye
a
would
piss
be
against a tree.
Wide-Eye would be able to assist with that. So the bodies are cut down.
Okay.
Obviously, they kind of land with a bit of a thud. You can see that decay has set in, or maggots in all three of them at this stage.
Nice.
Ew.
Can I do a quick check to see maybe what might have killed or the
Roll
cause of
me-
death?
Yep, you can. So I'm going to need you to roll me a medicine, please.
With guidance, Erlang?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not concentrating on anything else.
Okay, so looking at these guys, it seems that these Rhodes watchmen were peppered with arrows. Most of them, the arrows seem to have been retrieved, but in one of the wounds you find a snapped-off arrowhead. And pulling it out, it is remarkably crude.
Okay.
You'd be surprised if any self-respecting bandit used one of these.
So, could be just old-fashioned. Trying to think of like a term for redneck, but like that would be relevant to the world. Oh.
Yeah, this is a very much a
Hills have eyes, kind of.
kind of that level of precision in their crafting.
So, just good old-fashioned savages, I guess. Could be. What do I know about, like, okay, there's another one. What do I know about, like, creatures who inhabit this area of the world?
Precious little.
Okay. I mean, there could be a few things, really. Could be savage humans, it could be something more monstrous. Very simple, at least.
They have some writing capabilities.
Some. Yeah.
If you squint from a mile back.
Well, we came here to find the apprentice, so are we going in?
I think it says keep out, but they've not done a very good job at writing, so let's proceed.
Who wants to go first?
No.
I will then.
I'll
Okay, so
offer back up, I guess.
Li Mei,
no.
undeterred by the kind of warning to trespassers, you proceed further kind of along this path. You come to a kind of a minor road, which kind of is almost going kind of perpendicular to your path here, and you can see a series of what appear to be deep kind of ruts, kind of coming off the road and going in the direction you're travelling, as if something had been dragged, or several somethings that clearly were quite heavy. But they all kind of lead deeper into these woods.
I do it. I try and be quiet while following it.
Okay, so you keep going, and eventually you come across the ruins of what appears to be a cart or a carriage of some point. You can see the wheels, or one of the wheels at least, is broken off over a tree root here, and whoever was dragging it have abandoned it. But the contents are long gone. There is, however, another kind of set of ruts that continues. Clearly, whatever else they were dragging managed to kind of overcome this obstacle.
Jeez. And is it a substantial? Like the tracks are substantial, or are they look like a humanoid body they were dragging?
So again, you can see ruts that suggest maybe wheels for
Wheels,
one thing,
yeah.
and then a couple of other like non-distinct kind of drag marks that could have been anything really.
Okay. Yeah, I keep going. Unless anyone wants to look at the cart.
I can give it a quick once over, see if there's any identifying marks or anything been left behind in it.
Okay, so Elias, on having a closer look at this, you can see that this cart kind of bears the symbol of the Imperial Army.
Okay. Has it been like wrecked?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The wheel now is pretty much fully off to the point where the whole thing now is just stuck in the rough undergrowth.
If only we had a centaur to pull it. Is there anything left in the cart or around the cart?
The contents have all been picked clean, it would seem.
So they dragged the cart off the road as far back as they could, and then whatever was left in it they carried back to their camp, I guess.
Does it look similar to the carts that we were being transported on?
Similar enough,
Minus a cage.
minus a cage, but yeah, the actual chassis is of a similar design. Quite heavy set things, clearly. Cargo is its intended purpose.
Does this look like it's been here for a long time? Or?
Well, kind of similar period you would guess to the bodies.
Days, maybe.
Maybe, but you're not entirely sure.
Okay. Well, we keep going.
Yeah, we can keep going.
All right, cool. So, Lee May, you kind of lead the group further along. Roll me a dex saving throw, please.
Oh, Dex. Sorry. Not Dex.
Oh no.
Lee May, you're kind of more focused looking kind of into the distance, like trying to see between the trees for any signs of any potential threats. And you don't notice as you kind of place your foot over a particularly treacherous patch of leaves which gives way, and before you or anyone else can react, you're falling down into a kind of small pit. It's maybe about 5 foot deep, but much to your horror, it appears to be lined with sharp stakes. So you're going to take 8 damage for that. So the rest of you watch in horror as kind of Lee May falls in and kind of lets out a small cry as her right leg ends up getting kind of impaled on one of these stakes.
Oh, shit.
She just starts screaming out in pain.
Oh, what? We'll help.
That would be good.
Okay, so it takes a little bit of doing, but you manage to get Lime out. As I said, it's not a particularly deep pit. Clearly, the damaged part of this was the spikes rather than the fall. But Lime, it leaves a nasty wound, and it stings like hell.
Let's see if we can get that patched up. And I am going to use my Balm of the Summer Court.
Oh. Okay.
It's my Dream Druid thing. There's a button that says other formula. Okay, good. It's just 1d6. Nice. So, you regain 6 health, and you also gain 1 temporary hit point per die spent, which in this case was 1. So you regain 6 health and a temporary hit point.
Oh, brilliant.
I'll
Thank
add
you.
those for you. There you go.
Oh, thank
Okay,
you.
so Erlang, do you want to kind of maybe let us know roughly what form this healing takes?
It kind of appears around the affected area as sort of a small starry kind of dust, and then sort of when it clears, things are looking a lot healthier.
Sure, so by the time that Erlang's done, Lime, it's not completely healed, but it's scabbing over nicely, and you're not at risk of any further blood loss from this.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I give him a good pat on the shoulder.
You're welcome. Please be careful.
Yeah, my deck. I'm not too light on my feet. I'm better when I'm on the ship. So, Wide Eye, do you want to take the lead?
Or Schwan, maybe?
Oh yeah, I looked
Which one? Yeah, you know what?
Yes,
Yeah,
perhaps
yeah,
it makes
Schwan.
sense if I went first.
Yeah, Schwan, you go. Yeah, you go.
Okay, so Zwan, as the party member who's probably lightest on their feet, you relieve Lime as point man. And kind of going in the same direction, you keep an eye out for any further traps. Which is just as well, because you managed to find a couple of similarly crude but no doubt effective traps set up along this way. Each of them are very basic in their operating systems. Like, the most complex thing you notice is a very, very simple kind of gravity tripwire, which would release, a suspended log. But none of them are, more advanced than that, really.
Yeah.
Eventually, however, you get to what can only be described as a refuse pile. Gathered in a small clearing, just at the kind of foot of a small cliff, you notice a whole array of discarded materials and general waste. It seems kind of bits of broken crate, kind of carcasses that have been picked clean. Lots of just generally discarded items here, it seems.
Can I look if anything is sort of, I don't know, maybe similar to the sickle we found, or like other druid paraphernalia?
Sure. So you take a moment to kind of search through the side of a pile that looks to be, the more recently added to. And after a few moments poking around, you find a kind of small haversack filled with what appear to be mushrooms, leaves, and other kind of plant material.
Erlang, what do you make of this? And I'll show him the bag of things.
They're definitely valuable herbs. Exactly the kind of thing that the apprentice would be on the lookout for. It doesn't bode well.
Well, perhaps we are not on the right tracks at least. We should keep
I
searching.
certainly think so.
So, looking kind of around you, the only obvious thing that strikes you as unusual is a kind of a scree kind of pile which seems to have eroded up towards the mouth of what appears to be a cave entrance. Slightly further along the cliff, you can see a waterfall kind of pouring out of another cave. However, that one seems to be, a little bit higher up, probably about 50 feet up the cliff face.
Hmm.
Well, I guess we go and look, right?
I suppose. Just, well, everyone be on your guard.
Okay, so, Zwan, kind of making your way up this scree slope. You get about halfway up the, this slope, and then you stumble across what appears to be a kind of carefully arranged, almost semicircular stone wall, kind of made up of the same kind of rock material. You can see that it's very carefully positioned so that, if to anybody kind of down at the refuse pile, you very much struggle to see it. But it offers, a kind of space that somebody could probably sit and observe. You notice that there's nobody here at the minute. However, it seems that there's half of what appears to be some sort of grilled rodent, either a squirrel or a rat, perhaps, which has been kind of dropped here.
Is it warm to the touch?
It is warm to the touch.
Be on your guard, everyone. It's warm, they're not far.
Shall we hide at the back of the cave?
If it's been dropped, then I'm guessing we were probably spotted. And it's whoever was here ran off to warn someone.
The cave seems like the most natural area of cover. Either it will cover us or we'll come across whoever is there taking cover from us.
Okay.
Is
Right.
there further within the cave? I can light the way if we need.
We haven't entered the cave yet, have we?
No, you're kind of on this scree slope leading up to it. The cave's probably about, you'd say, maybe 50 feet ahead and up from you.
Yeah. So whoever was watching has probably ran up inside the cave. I'm guessing. Okay. Well, I'd say everyone draw your weapons.
And judging by the approach, we should take caution as we enter. And I'm gonna keep an eye out for, disturbed ground and such that there could be a trap.
I'm going to cast Mage Armor on myself.
Okay. Alright, so, Elias, your mage armor materializes with the kind of a faint glow. Zwan, you kind of lead the way up the up scree slope to the cave entrance. You kind of press yourself against the side, and and wait for the others to kind of get in position before kind of entering. It's quite dark in here. The light's quite dim, but you can see that there is flickering up ahead of you. However, you don't have too long to really think much about that as an arrow whizzes past your head. Let me activate this.
There we
We're
go.
going to do some combat.
Ooh.
Lovely.
Oh, the game is paused. You might need to unpause.
Yep, there we go.
Oh, I don't need to spin around. Sorry, just gonna.
You good there? Just stood there doing twirl on the spot like a 4-year-old child.
I love what they've done with the core.
Oh.
That was a bad initiative from me. Yay.
Okay, everybody roll.
Hey, you got the combat markers
Hey,
fixed
pretty
as
good.
well.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Ooh,
That's the only natural 20 I'm going to get.
Okay, Zwan, as the first to enter and react, this arrow comes whizzing past you. You can't just instinctively crouch and can't take a bit of cover. You can see up ahead of you there appears to be a kind of wooden barricade built atop a kind of small little kind of not quite cliff in itself, but like there's about 10-foot stone wall that you can see there's a very crude bridge leading up to it.
Cool. Remember what I can actually do. Oh, I have the steady aim feature as a 3rd level rogue. So I'm going to do that as a bonus action to give myself advantage.
Okay.
And I can only see this one guy properly. So I'm going to target him.
Okay, cool.
Oh, I clicked the wrong map instead of the inventory. There we go. Get him. And I'm going to use my short bow. So I get advantage. Ooh. For 12.
Okay, so Zwan, you take a kind of rushed shot, having obviously just drawn your bow. The arrow kind of thuds into this barricade. You can kind of see the shafts kind of twanging backwards and forwards. It suppresses the goblin for a little bit. You can kind of see now their kind of very telltale, kind of sneering, pointed noses and kind of very long, elongated ears. We haven't managed to get him this time.
Lovely. They're on the cliff. Watch out. And my movement speed is 0 because I use steady aim, so I can't move. And I don't have the end turn button.
Oh, do you not?
I'm not sure if it's
yeah, he's
set on my
combat.
turn.
Yep,
There we go.
there we go.
Yeah.
Right, there we go.
There you
All
go.
these little things.
Can you change my hawk to my initiative as well, I guess?
Yep. One moment.
Also, I just noticed while I was looking, the flame glaive doesn't have the... In the description, it doesn't say what spells I can cast from it again. I know Fireball is one of them, but
Right. I should
I
have
don't know
had
if
that
it's just
somewhere.
missing.
well,
And like how many... Well, there's also... I don't know if they all cost different charges as well, but...
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I'd had that somewhere.
So...
Right, okay, so I'll have to fix that a little bit later.
yeah, no worries.
So you can use it to cast Burning Hands for 1 charge, Fireball for 3, or Wall of Fire for 4.
Okay. What do I do with
Remember,
adding
if you
those
spend
spells
the
to my
last charge, you
shield?
do have to roll d20.
Yeah.
And that could potentially have bad consequences should you roll a 1.
Well, I mean, based on the range that we're at currently now, anyway. I mean, I don't know what's behind them as well. I mean, for all we know, the druid could be lying right behind them, and I don't really want to blow it to bits. I'll move forward a couple of feet, and I'll cast Oh, it's double right click. I was trying to double left click to target that one. That's Mind Slip. 60 feet, yeah. I'll cast Mind Sliver on Goblin 21.
Okay. The goblin passes that, believe it or not.
Damn. Okay.
Crispy Ron, good tonight.
Very
In that
good
case-
job.
On you.
Well, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move a little bit closer. And I will cast. Well, I'll use my telekinetic shove on the same one. Try and yank it towards the barrier.
Okay. So it fails this one. You kind of pull it into the barrier with quite some force. So I'm going to say you do a D4 bludgeoning damage to that.
Well, I was hoping
get fourth.
I'd hoping he'd come straight through it and fall over the edge, but never mind.
It's not quite. It's a little murder hole in it. You can see it's not really big enough to even get a goblin through, but 4 damage is.
Yeah, no, happy with that. And then I'll send Lynn. I don't have a token for Lynn actually as well.
Get you on.
Thank you. I'll send Lynn on up to start harassing that one.
Okay.
And then that's the end of my turn, I guess.
All right, Lee May, your turn.
Okay. Is this a ladder here, Crispy?
Yeah, it's kind of a ramp. Clearly, like somebody's just strapped some extra boards to a ladder to kind of make it a bit of a ramp. It's at like a 45-degree angle.
Okay. So, okay. Let me have a look. Actually, if I go through. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna use dash then, I think. And get up there.
All right, now because you're dashing, I need you to make me a dex save, but you can do it at advantage.
Okay. Let me just jump.
Oof.
Really?
Well, at least it's not that 1-year-old. Okay, so Lee May, you kind of sprint up at this board. You kind of leap up, and as you land on it, the kind of wood beneath you gives way with a kind of a cracking sound. The ladder kind of folds in half, clearly designed not to withstand the weight of a kind of fully grown humanoid. And you kind of slam your head into the wall, carried forward by momentum. So I need a con saving throw now, please.
Okie dokie.
Thankfully, you're a bit more resilient than you are graceful. It leaves you, a little bit dizzy, kind of stuck at the bottom of this broken ladder, but not too much for worse for wear. A little bit embarrassed, perhaps.
Okay. So is the ladder kind of broken then?
It is,
No.
yeah. So now you've got
Okay.
essentially like a 10-foot climb potentially under fire.
Okay, no worries. Let me think. Should I use my action surge here? Probably not. My bonus action. I'm gonna just. She's gonna feel quite embarrassed actually. She's gonna stay like she's gonna try and tuck herself into the wall, so that she's kind of not able to be hit by the goblin.
Okay, cool.
If possible. And then I'm gonna end my turn there.
So the goblin in question here, he is going to return fire. However, he's going to do it at Elias, who is the nearest target. So he's going to use his short bow. However, Elias, this arrow is deflected by your mage armor. Kind of clatters off into one of the walls. The other goblin, seeing this ladder collapse, he is going to actually turn around and he is going to run to the fire. Where he is going to... Well, you can't really see what he's doing, but then he is going to return to the wall. Lee May, I need you to make another dex saving throw for me, please, as a torrent of boiling oil pours down from the murder hole above you. Okay, cool. So you manage to, kind of hear the clank of steel on wood as this goblin kind of puts a pot down and prepares to tip it. You manage to get out of the way, therefore only taking half the damage. So I'll roll this and then half it. So you're going to take 4 damage there, Lee May.
Okay.
Okay, Wide-Eye, your turn.
What?
Ooh, okay. So that's broken. How tall did you say it was?
About 10 feet, but it's rough.
Okay, and the goblin that everyone else has been shooting at, is it still visible?
It is, yeah.
Okay, cool. Bonus action, and it's obviously going to be to rage. First things first. It's that goblin, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Targeting. First thing is I'm going to... Why is it not showing? Let me see if I've got it equipped first. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So I'm going to throw a javelin.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Damn.
So close to that for me. Okay.
So, Wide-Eye, you send the javelin screaming through the cave, and you manage to kind of land it through the kind of a hole that the goblin's firing through. It impacts it pretty solidly in the torso, and it just goes flying backwards with a kind of a... And that's the last you see of that one.
Cool. Nice. And on the back of that, he's just going to sprint up to kind of get in behind Lee May. And enter that.
Okay, Yinfu.
I wanted to help someone get up a slope like this.
Mm-hmm.
How would we go about doing that?
Well, obviously you have Bardic Inspiration. Another
Okay.
option would potentially be to either boost somebody up from below, which obviously is probably only going to work well if they're your size or similar, or potentially if you get to the top, you could lift somebody up as they climb.
I believe I am technically medium.
Yeah. It's more like you boosting Wide Eye is going to be perhaps a stretch, but obviously, Erlang isn't going to pose any problems.
Yeah, I'm not exactly a strong creature. Okay. I mean, we could try the good old Earth Tremor. It worked so well last time.
Don't you
Yeah.
dare.
I am
exclusively in enclosed spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, you don't get the full benefit. I'm gonna move forwards a little bit more, and then I can see this dude. Okay, I'm gonna attempt to just mock him. That's a DC 13 with.
Okay. He fails that catastrophically.
Oh yes.
Actually, well, it's not a nat 1. It's a 1 because he has a minus 1.
Yeah.
But still.
4 damage.
Whatever you say to him, he appears to take it very personally.
It's about the colour of his
Skin?
toga or whatever it is that he's wearing. I don't know.
Like that. Very sophisticated goblin.
Yeah. Loincloth. And then I am going to give Lee May Bardic Inspiration?
Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You need all the help you can get, Zed. I'll take that.
No, it's back in my head though. I'm good with taking. Yeah.
Well, one of your few talents.
Here we go. Pass to Erlang.
I am going to move over to, or try to. I can know. There we go. God knows what's going on. Can I see this one at the top?
Yes, you can.
In that case, I am going to cast, or try to cast, Thorn Whip on him.
Okay.
Emphasis on try, apparently.
That says melee spell attack.
It does have a 30-foot range. I think by melee it just means you add.
Right, okay, yeah. To be honest, it's been a while since I've read that one. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, creature takes small damage. But yet the range is 30 feet, so fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess
Anyway,
you are physically.
I guess it's
attacking the creature.
make that attack to work key proficiency, I guess. But
Yeah, you can't like deflect missiles to it or anything like that, I think.
sure. So you try and lash out with this whip, but it catches around some of these stakes on the barricade.
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
All right. Okay, so this goblin, he is going to fire. He's going to fire it. Use one because he saw you attack with a bow. However, obviously you're kind of looking that way and managed to dodge this arrow as it comes in as well. Now, using his movement, he is going to actually turn and withdraw from the barricade. And that is his go, so on your turn.
Cool. Well, I can see this one here. What do I do? I was googling between my turns as well. That steady aim thing is from Tasha's Cauldron of whatever. So I don't know if you want me to ignore it, or whether I should still use it.
Whatever.
I think it's fairly balanced. You know, it does have its drawbacks to it.
Yeah, 0 movement for the turn.
My only thing I would say would be potential issues with it just being like a guaranteed sneak attack.
Yeah. That's why I thought I'd point it out.
So I think maybe in terms of like inflicting a sneak attack, we may have some issues with that, but we can.
Yeah, I'll probably leave it for now and just figure it out another way. Well, in that case, I'm just going to shoot. Am I? Let me measure. I'm going to move up there actually. Hello. Because I've got the feat, which means climbing costs me no extra speed, and I've got 40 feet of movement. But I don't know if you want me to roll to climb up.
No, that's fine. There's enough debris, and the cliff's fairly rugged, so there's plenty of purchase.
Cool.
It's more just it's rough terrain.
Well, I'm going to try and stab this guy with my rapier.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, you hit.
And normal damage. Oh, 8 damage. That'll do.
Okay, so pulling yourself up, you kind of lunge upwards as you climb, and you manage to kind of skewer this goblin in the abdomen.
Wonderful. And I'm going to move just the last 5 feet of my movement here to clear the way for other people who want to climb up.
Sure.
And that's my turn.
Attempt to climb up.
That's how you do it.
I can imagine her just sticking her tongue out at Swan.
Okay, so Cal and Lynn.
Yeah, so I've no longer got line of sight on anyone. Well, Elias has no longer got line of sight on anyone, I should say. So I might just try and... How much how much movement to climb up?
So it's 10 feet up, so it'll be 20 feet to climb it.
20 feet to climb it. Okay, so I'd have to dash anyway. Yeah, screw it. I need to get up there. Right, I will dash then. So, 5, 10. Oh, it'll be 30 to get all the way to the top, I guess. Is that the full movement to get to the top to there?
Well, that would be 40 feet, so you've got to double the 10 feet of climbing, because it's rough terrain.
Yeah, but it's 20 feet.
Yeah, but you started by here, didn't you? So 5, 10.
Did I?
Oh yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Doesn't matter anyway, because I still can't see where the last goblin's gone to.
Yeah, there's one you can't see it yet.
Yeah. Well, I kind of can and I kind of can't. I can see like half of his arm.
Not enough for targeting, I'm afraid. That's just due to how the wall is.
Fair enough. Alright then, fine. I'll send Lynn on over to harass him, and well, it's going to just provide help to the next person who targets it. And for my full action, I will not really do anything. Can't really do anything. Roll. Okay, no, never mind. Enter.
Okay. So, brings us to Lee May.
Hey, I'm gonna try and get up. Try. And can I go over the body? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. That would be
25 feet for you.
25 feet. Okay, I'll just get to there then. Do you want me to roll anything?
Nope, that's fine.
Thank God. Okay.
Just trying to stick his
with-
tongue out back at Lee, mate.
She gives him the finger, and then I'm going to. Do I have a bow on me? I don't think I do. Oh, is there anything around me, Crispy? Like any rocks or anything?
Well, the goblin at your feet has a short bow.
Oh, would that be a whole action for me to pick it up and?
It would be.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Would I be able to throw my?
The goblin.
How heavy is the goblin?
They're only small. Maybe possibly 45 kilos.
Pretty heavy.
But if I could throw him, pretty. You know what? Yeah.
That's including his gear, but it'd be lighter if you strip the armor off. But obviously, you're probably not going to do that.
No, I'm gonna try. Yeah, I'm gonna try and throw the goblin at the other goblin up there.
Okay. You could. Yeah, sure. Why not? Roll me a athletics, please.
Before I do that, I'm going to. Would it be a weapon attack roll? No.
No, it would just be athletics, please.
Yeah, no worries.
Right. Okay. So, Elias, you find yourself having to kind of step back as Lee May essentially hammer tosses this goblin corpse up towards the others. It impacts pretty firmly with the barricade and ends up kind of lodged on a few of the outpointing spikes.
Oh shit.
It's quite an impressive throw, to be fair to her. Just a bit morbid.
Yeah, my aim is a bit off. I'm sorry.
I feel like pretty intimidating if I was that goblin.
Yeah, to be fair. And that is where I'm going to end my turn because I don't. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't.
Oh, I think it's still on Elias's turn. It's alright, I can do that.
Oh,
shit.
right.
Why die? Your turn.
Okay, doke. So. So there's only one thing to do. So getting up to the top from the bottom, how many feet?
Yeah, so that is going to cost you 25 feet to get to the top there.
Okay. That's extra, 5 to get there. So join everyone else up here. Wait, this goblin has a skull on it. Is it dead?
It's dead, yeah.
Okay.
That's the one that has your javelin firmly lodged in it.
Nice. Cool. 25 feet to make it to the top. So step there. Is he able to see this one from here?
Not enough to target it, I'm afraid.
And how high is this section here?
That is another 10 feet.
Oh, damn. Okay. Tell you what, he'll hold a javelin ready, ready in action then. So if anyone does kind of try and step out to get a view on any of us, he'll just absolutely launch it at them.
Okay, cool. Yinfu, your turn.
Okay. So it's double movement up this barrier?
It is, yep. So that's your 10, then it'll take you 20 feet to get to the very top there.
So 5, 10, 20, 20. Yeah, I can just and so make it. Which space could I make it up to?
So that would be just at the top of the ladder there.
Cool. Hold on a second. If I go to move, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. This guy's dead, isn't he? Can I step on him?
Yep.
Cool. That's weird. I've still got like a weird line. I'm guessing because of the wall.
Possibly, I'm not entirely sure what you've...
Oh, the vision thing.
Yeah.
I think there's a little corner where you're stood because I can see a shadow
Oh,
coming off your head.
Yeah, hold on, that's an ethereal wall, but we can get rid of that now. There's annoyingly no way to do one-way vision, as far as I'm aware, so those have been put in to block you guys viewing up over the cliff face, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I think there's some fairly complex.
There is yeah.
Well, I've been using ethereal walls there, so they wouldn't have blocked your movement, but they would block vision.
Okay.
Yeah.
The dude just at the top of the cliff up there, has he got kind of cover from where I'm at?
He does, yeah.
And what's the movement like up in this direction? Is it the same?
Another 10 feet, same as you've just done.
Okay. I might just take the action to dash then in that case. Hold on a second, let me just switch that out so it's correct again. Actually, how long does Long Strider last? An hour. Okay, yeah. That's gone. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the action to dash. So where are we at? I've done 25 foot, which is 35 foot. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna leave it there, I think, because I can't get up that whole slope. And then I'm gonna end my turn there. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Erlang.
Similarly, I think I'm just going to take the dash action and pop myself about there. Move a bit further back.
Alright.
I'm small, I can scurry between people's legs.
So the goblin that retreats over here, seeing that he has no real chance of engaging in melee, he's actually going to move. Oh no, that's just pinging him. Move to barricade, and he is going to fire a shot, and he's going to fire a shot at Wide Eye.
So as you come into view?
To a murder hole, yeah. So
is it something wide I can view though?
You could see him, so you could take the shot. It'd be quite difficult, however.
I'll let you do yours, and I'm just gonna.
Okay, so he is going to attack you with his short bow. However, it just misses you quite narrowly, Wide Eye.
Yeah, you know what? I'm feeling it. He'll see that come past and just immediately, like instinctively, just launch back at it.
Okay. Yeah, your javelin finds its mark again.
Nice.
You hear another, and this one disappears from sight.
Nice.
Nice.
Right, now at the start of the next round.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
Okay.
Goblin.
Swan, your turn.
You need to end the round.
S-
Oh wait, is it not? Yin Fu Nerling? Oh.
no, that was the end of last round.
Oh, right.
More
So.
Participants for this one.
Yeah.
So this one up here, from where I'm stood, can I actually see it? I can only see like half of it.
You can see an arm, not enough to target it, enough to know it's there.
Okay, good. Maybe. I'm going to be cautious with this one. Because we heard 3 deaths and there's still one here. So I'm going to just move up to the bottom of the cliff and just sort of tuck myself in and use the hide action. And let the people who are a bit more capable of taking hits to go and see what's going on up ahead of me.
Okay, cool.
How tall is
10 feet.
this? 10 feet.
So 20 feet of movement.
Okay. I lost sight of Lynn as well.
Lynn is above that barricade, so you will have lost sight of her.
Yeah.
But as owner, you should be able to select her and see from her perspective.
No, well, I guess technically that would be an action to do anyway, to see through her eyes
right, okay.
while we're in combat. So, yeah, I can't actually currently see anything that's beyond that. Aside from the same that one could see like half of this goblin's arm. So if it's 10 feet tall, I can't even if I was to get to here, I wouldn't be able to see over it
No.
to do anything anyway.
Right.
I'd have to.
I think you might because of just the way that this is set up, because I haven't put a wall there, but in
Actually,
theory,
like
no.
these like stacks of crates and things that are along, is it possible to climb on top of any of those?
yeah, you
to
can
go?
climb on those. Yeah, I'll get you some altitude.
How much they would it? I'm just trying to calculate if it'd be enough to be able to see over the top of.
Probably not over the wooden barricade, but probably over the cliff top. Because that would be
Okay.
about 10 feet.
Okay, I'll try doing that then. So that'll be probably like 20 feet of movement probably to get on top of those. I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Okay, well I can see this guy a lot more clearly now.
Yeah,
Like I can see it like
yeah,
2/3.
that's all you can see from that angle anyway.
Okay. Oh, I can actually adjust my elevation as well. If that doesn't.
I don't think that'll make a difference on this, just because it hasn't been configured.
No. Right, yeah. So targeting this fella there, I will try and hit him with. Yeah, fuck it. I'll hit him with Ash's hideous laughter.
Okay. Goblin fails that.
Okay. He's prone and incapacitated. Falling to the floor, laughing his head off.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. The rest of you hear this kind of cackling, kind of echoing through the cave.
And then bonus action, nothing to do really. Yeah, I'll hold that and turn.
Right. What else can I throw? Is that a
There is a smashed barrel.
oh, it's a smash barrel? You know what? Chuck the smash barrel.
You did pick up a short bow, you know.
Did I? Oh. Oh, that's good.
Doesn't sound as good as a smashed barrel, though, huh?
Probably more chance of getting an arrow through the small little murder holes in that barricade than.
Throw the short bow.
But remember the last time that Lee May threw a crate at someone? It did lots of good.
It did, but there's times when I threw a crate and it didn't do anything, and I think it fell on like the ground. But anyway, just okay. Can I have that short bow in my inventory, Crispy? Unless I can do it.
And for the time being.
Unless I just try and.
I should be able to find that easily enough. So many tabs. Okay, there you go.
Okay, thank you. I am gonna get a bit closer. Next to Yin Fu, I think. Would I be able to see them unless if I'm there?
We wouldn't know until you moved up.
Ah! Okay, I'm gonna go here.
Okay, so you can't see any of them enough to target them at this point.
Okay, I'll move again. Oh, how about this guy?
Half obscured, you could do it, but it'd be at disadvantage. Actually, in fact, it'd be a disadvantage anyway because he's prone on the ground. In fact, from your elevation, you wouldn't be able to see him thinking of it. Now he's on the deck.
I can't see anyone. Oh, I might as well just, if I can't see anyone, I'm just gonna climb up. With that, how much, if I'm...
20 feet to move up there.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20...
So that need a dash.
I'll dash. Yeah, I'll dash.
Alright.
Oh! Oh, good. I'm so happy. You know what? What might I do is use my action strategy here.
Okay.
And because I've still got dash, and I think I've got 10 left. So it's the 10, 15, 20. Yeah. I'm gonna hit the goblin with my greatsword.
The goblin or the hobgoblin?
This one, sorry.
Okay, hobgoblin.
Bollocks!
Okay, so you slash with your greatsword. It's parried quite handily by a shield.
Should have thrown the barrel.
Hey! Yep. I should have thrown the barrel. Okay, I guess I will end my turn there.
Okay, so the hobgoblin is going to react.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Why is that a damage roll? Ignore that. Needs to attack first. Why am I targeting wide eye as well? Oh yeah, because he's still targeted from last time. I hate how it does that.
God damn
It's still
it.
targeting. Anyway, it's a hit,
Yeah.
Lee May, so that's going to be some damage. So you can take 7 damage there as the longsword kind of slashes into your flank there. The chainmail stops it from piercing, but the kind of blunt force trauma is enough to make you gasp.
Okay.
Right. Meanwhile, Erlang, I need you to make me a dex saving throw, but I need you to do it at disadvantage because you cannot see what's coming at you.
Disadvantage deck save.
Yes, please.
Coming right up. No.
Okay, so Erlang, you are taken by surprise as a sizable rock is dropped on you from a murder hole in the barricade behind you.
Ouch.
Hang on. Why is it? Okay, so it's going to be 8 damage there, which I'll do for you.
Okay.
And that's is going to reveal a goblin in the barricade behind you. But that's going to be his turn. Okay, wide eye.
Okay. Retrieving a javelin from a body, is that an action or a bonus action?
I'll let you have that for a bonus action. It's only a quick thing.
Yeah, okay. So hearing this drop from behind, Wideye's going to run over to the body to retrieve the javelin.
Okay.
Turning around, would he have a view on this guy?
He would.
The hole? Yeah, well, he's going to throw a javelin. And you know what? I'm going to do it reckless, because why not? Ooh.
Okay, so the javelin thumps into the side of this barricade. Wide-Eye, you notice that this one over here is significantly better constructed, probably because it's narrower, but the barricade here actually stretches all the way to the roof of the cave. You don't think there's any way to get through that if you weren't just going to chop it down?
Okay, so what was that? That was 10 feet to there. So yeah, knowing he has to go this way. Yeah, he'll use the rest of his movement to get to the kind of the base of it. And prepare for the next one.
Okay. Okay, so Lime, as you are engaged with this hobgoblin, another one charges around that barricade and attempts to smack you over the head with a scimitar. This time, however, you can't see it coming and managing to, you just lash out with your foot and kind of kick it in the chest back a little bit. Not enough to do any damage, but enough to stop its attack from landing. Next one over here. He is going to take a pot from the fire and he is going to attempt to pour that over you, Wide-Eye, so I need a dex saving throw.
Okay, so would I be able to see him doing it, or?
No, because he's at the top of the cliff of the barricade there. It'd be pretty much on its way down to you as soon as you saw it.
Fair.
Ooh, nat one.
Is it?
Plus
Oh,
one.
yeah, it is.
Okay, so on this occasion, and because that is a crit fail, I'm going to say that just cancels your resistance out for this one.
Oh.
So, Wide-Eye, you take 13 damage as this scalding hot liquid comes pouring down over the barricade, kind of coats you in a kind of thick, viscousy substance that's just, kind of scalds the skin pretty much instantly. That is its turn, though. Meanwhile, another unseen assailant takes a shot. This time it's going to be at you, Cal. So he is going to target you with a short bow.
Okay.
Okay, so an arrow kind of clatters into the cave wall next to you from behind, taking you by surprise a little bit. As another goblin appears at the murder holes in these barricades here. But yeah, it's very little effect. Alright, Yinfu. You can kind of start to see now, you know, you're set on two sides here.
Yeah.
You can kind of hear the sound of combat from above. And you can obviously see Wide-Eye like trying to scrape off some of this, you know, incredibly hot tar.
I am unsure about getting up to those, because I'm assuming the other side is kind of barriers, and it looks pretty tough to get past, like the stuff here.
Yeah, you'd probably need to, you know, kind of break your way through that barricade if you want to go that way.
Cool. Right, in that case, I am going to make my way up here. So it's an extra 10 foot of movement, right?
It is, yeah.
So let's go here and have a look at what we've got. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to move that way in case Wide-Eye comes up, and then he's got some room to maneuver. And then I'm going to attempt to hit this goblin in front of me.
Okay.
With an unarmed strike.
Yeah, that hits.
Nice.
He's still prone, right?
Oh.
Oh, which one are you attacking? The one next to, kind of north of Lee May, or the one that's...
No, the one below, the one
Oh, okay, yeah, in which case that's
prone, yeah.
So, yeah. That'd be multi-crit then, I believe.
Ah, okay, let me...
Down incapacitated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
would be.
Stomp on his head.
You stomp on his head and it goes splat.
Oh,
Bear with me a second.
This, you know, kind of steel-clawed hoof just crunching the gobbo's skull under it.
That's how we like it. Saving throws. Okay, yep. I am going to give Erlang Bardic Inspiration. You can use it on saving throws, importantly. And that is the end of my turn.
Okay, Erlang, you kind of stagger a little bit, your head's ringing a little from a blow, but as your vision kind of comes back to focus, obviously you assess the situation now with the new information that you've got assailants behind you.
I think I'm just gonna play it. No, I'm not gonna play it safe. I'm going hard or going home. I'm gonna move out a little bit so I can see them up on the ledge above me, and then I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Okay, who are you targeting?
It's a 5-foot sphere. So if I put it there, it says it hits both of them.
5-foot sphere it would, yep.
5-foot radius. Yeah, 5-foot radius, of course. So they both need to, when a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, they're engulfed in ghostly flame that causes searing pain and needs to make a con save. fails, it takes 2d10 radiant damage, or half as much on a successful one. Stuff about shape changes, but it's up to you whether that is important. And on each of my turns as well, I can use an action to move up to 60 feet. So I'll roll damage.
Okay.
No, you don't. It's when they start their turn there. You don't
well,
roll damage instantly.
Enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn.
Or starts their turn there.
They're in the area for the first time on a turn.
But it's not on
in
their
my
turn. It has to be on their
start
turn.
Hold on. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's like how they balance these spells. Because they can do like ridiculous damage off the bat if you roll damage straight away.
Alright, so Moonbeam. Let's read the small print. I've used this in the past as a druid many moons ago.
I think
Many moonbeams ago.
Chaz will remember Meros.
That's getting clipped.
That one was at least intentional this time.
Yeah, I seem to remember when we did our flashback in the last campaign, I played the druid character, and I seem to remember the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
When a creature enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, I'm taking that as entering means it needs to move into the area that's already existing there.
I found a specific sage advice for it. I've not finished reading it yet, but I will throw it in. There's a specific sage advice about stuff things entering on a turn.
Yeah. I played a cleric, highish level cleric for a long time, and a lot of the spells are like that, where you don't do damage instantly, but when their turn comes around,
that makes sense. Otherwise, you could essentially hit the same target twice before it gets a turn to do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I think in this instance, and for spells similarly worded, Rich is right on this one.
Yeah. Looks like sage advice agrees with you as well, Rich. You're essentially creating a hazard on the battlefield for later turns.
That's a good way of putting
it.
Okay. Yeah.
So we can hold on to that damage roll for
yes, but
that is
obviously then
but they're not rolling it yet. Yeah,
for them at some point. It doesn't have anything about being used indoors. I don't think.
I know. I was thinking about a moonbeam. It seems like a funny one to use inside a cave, but
no, because I think
I don't think it does mention it. To be honest,
is it lightning storm as well? Because that spell I think does say that you have to have visibility to the sky.
Yeah.
So if it was a requirement, it would say.
Whereas this is effectively just like conjuring moonlight.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so bring us back up to Swan.
I'm going to move a bit further, just to get a bit further out of.
Yeah, I mean, like you can meet your swarm inside, so.
Okay.
All right, so Swan, you've kind of managed to get a little bit of tar on your cape, but nowhere near as much of a coating that Wide Eye has.
Yep. I'm going to move.
Obviously, you realise it isn't the most safe location, clearly.
Yeah.
Call lightning, sorry. Yeah, so for call lightning, you need at least 100 feet above you in order to be able to cast it.
Oh.
Because you have to create a cloud that then creates the lightning strike.
Right, I'm going to move. Conscious that Lee May is up there, and Yinfu is also up there. I'm going to move 5, 10, because I'm measuring. Because I don't lose my movement speed.
No.
With the climbing, whatever it's called. And I'm going to move here, and I'm going to try and stab the big guy with the rapier.
All right.
The good thing is, because Lee May is within 5 feet, if I hit, I can
sneak
attack. Oh, 19.
Yep, that is a hit.
Let me just check how many. Is it 2d6? One d6. That's 12 damage altogether.
Right. So you get a kind of good stab in there. He kind of stumbles backwards, kind of heavily wounded.
Ooh. And then I'm going to use... What did I move? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm just going to step back from this guy so he can't retaliate. Because I have... I just looked it up. What's it called? Mobile. He doesn't get a attack of opportunity because I attacked him this turn. And I'm going to end there.
Okay. Sure. So, back to Lynn and Elias.
Okay. Assuming that whatever Erlang has just cast up here will deal with these guys, I'm going to just go see if I can lend a hand in this combat over here.
Alright.
So I will, to that effect. Bonus action. Misty Step. Over to here.
Okay.
Oh, I can't see anything.
There is a wall there which stops people viewing up. I will delete that for you.
Thank you. Now.
In fact, you'd have to. I'll have to get rid of that one as well. Hold on.
Thank you. I take it that means like Erlang can see up now.
Well, I've put another wall in there after that, but
Alright. Okay. Then quickly looking around, taking in the sights. So because Misty Step was a bonus action spell, I can still cast a full action cantrip, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep. I will fly Lynn on down to the Hobgoblin and cast Shocking Grasp.
okay.
Is he wearing...
He's wearing
Armor?
chainmail.
So that is metallic armor, so that
It
is
is
advantage.
metallic armor.
Oh, no, that was disadvantage, my bad. Actually, the disadvantage was fucking better somehow. Oh.
I mean, to be honest, disadvantage, advantage makes no difference. It's just 2 dice rolled, isn't it? So,
Yeah, I
but
suppose.
still, but you know, I'll take your first roll. Okay, cool. So you want to roll damage?
Yeah. Fucking hell.
Well, you laugh, but it is enough.
No way.
Oh wow! No.
I stole the kill.
I realised as well my sneak attack should have been 2d6, so I shouldn't have had it myself.
Oh, right. Shit. That well. I jump up, let off a very wispy little shocking grasp, and then he drops dead.
Yeah, I just imagine the leave agency is this tiny bit of like.
It's like a little static shock.
It. He had a pacemaker. That was the problem.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be end of the turn.
Okay, Lima, your turn.
Oh good. Right. He died by jogging. This one behind me. Well, in front of me, I guess. And just should I? No, he's just a little goblin. I'm just gonna hit him. Why can't I do it from there? Oh, for God's sake! Sometimes the shortcuts need to be easier. Sometimes. Oh, I did it. Oh, ignore me. I'm being stupid. It did work.
Yep, that is a hit.
Alrighty.
All right, so you cleave that goblin in half, just like the greatsword barely slows down.
Oh, thank God. God for that. Alright, and then I'm gonna actually... no. So I'm using a trackpad, apologies, so it's a bit more... I'm gonna move up and see if there's anything else. I'm gonna go behind cover here. Okay. I'm gonna kind of crouch with the barrel in front of me in preparation. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so Chris, I need you to roll me damage for this goblin for the moonbeam.
But we can
please.
use the previous roll if you want, because I already clicked the button.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, we'll use that one for the first goblin.
That's a pretty good one.
Okay, so that is fairly fatal for him.
Oh, good.
Why die your turn?
Okay. So, yeah, he's going to use his 20 feet to get to the top.
Mm-hmm.
No one else is alive up here, are they?
Well,
no
you
goblins.
can see. You look around you. You spot one solitary goblin trying to blend in with the barricade.
Yeah, he's going to whip out his axe because he is pissed off about that.
The tar, yeah.
The tar. So yeah, he's gonna come up and fuck it. He's gonna reckless because why not?
Okay, it is a hit. Yep, so the axe, you just kind of lodge the axe, like, basically into the barricade through the goblin. For a moment, it kind of stays there before the top half of the goblin just slides forwards to the floor, and you kind of pull the axe from the wood.
That's better. Okay, and yeah. After getting some much needed revenge on the little bastard with the tar, he's gonna end his turn there.
Right, so I need another moonbeam roll, please, Chris. Yeah, that is going to do it. That is fatal for him too. So Yinfu, your turn.
Okay. So everything up here is now dead, isn't it?
It would appear to be, yeah.
Where are all of our... Where is it all of us, basically, that I can see? Basically, like, have I seen other people move past just because I was away from the PC for a moment?
So you know that Lime has kind of moved forwards. You've got Wide Eye is one next to you and Elias up here. Erlang is nowhere to be seen.
Okay, I'm gonna hope that Erlang follows us. I'm gonna follow where Lime is. Oh, gee, okay. Okay. Maybe I don't want to run too far that way. Hold on a second. So... Excuse me. Yeah. This dude. Oh, ooh, that's a thought. Goblins count as humanoid, don't they?
Yes. Technically, small humanoid, goblinoid subcategory.
Not that it really matters because I'm gonna just mockery that one anyway. So it's a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw, and it's the one I can see on the right.
Okay, that one fails.
Nice. Another 1 damage.
This one takes it slightly less personal.
Yep, and that is going to be the end of my turn.
Okay, Erlang.
Right. I believe I've got. Not quite got movement to get up there, I don't think, because you said it was 10 feet up, didn't you?
Yes, it's going to be 20 feet to climb it.
Yeesh.
Unless you've got climbing speed.
No. In that case, I think I'm just gonna dash again and make sure I can move up. There we go, so I can see a bit better. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there.
Okay, so at the end of that round, I have a few more friends to add to the party. Alright, so Zolan, still your turn first.
Wonderful. I don't even know what's going on. I just heard Yinfu run up here and say something. So let's go 15 people.
You heard playground smack.
25. No, I'm going to be a bit safer. I'm going to go just up to here. And I'm going to target this one with my bow. $23. God, good attack rolls today. 9 damage.
Yeah. Okay, so that one proves to be a bit too much for this goblin in particular.
Nice. -1 arrow and a 10.
That's me. I'll follow up behind, assuming something must be going on over there.
Yeah, you can kind of hear the sounds of continuation of violence, so...
So that's 30 feet to get me to there. Oh boy. Because no one else has done it so far, I'll shout to the others that are still back there. There's more of them!
Oh yeah.
Just in case everyone back there thought the combat was over.
Yes, so.
So we've got 1, 2. They're all pretty far away. 60. 140. Okay, so what have I got? It'll do 60. I'll cast Mind Sliver on that one.
Okay.
That one, it is, sorry.
He fails that one.
Fails it. Damage. 6 psychic damage.
He
And
staggers, kind of clutching at his head.
and then oh shit! No, I need to be a lot closer. Fuck, never mind. I was going to say I was going to try the telekinetic shove, but that's only a 30-foot range. No, nothing else really. Lynn, I will. What's Lynn's movement? 60. Then that's going to be end of my turn.
Okay. Lee May, your turn.
Before I go any further, I'm just gonna shout to everyone that there's a big looking firing thing that needs to be blown up. And then I'm gonna what is it to change out a weapon?
So sheathing a weapon and then drawing another is a full action. Dropping a weapon and pulling another is only a bonus.
Can I chip in here? There has been a change in the 2024 rules, whether you want to use them or not, where you can either draw or sheath a weapon as part of an action. So, for example, if you've got 2 attacks, you can attack once, sheath said weapon, draw said attack. But if you've only got 1 attack, obviously that's not as useful.
Don't think Lee May has multi-attack just yet.
I don't have it yet. I think it's level 5. But Cal, I don't like the measuring. I'm gonna go up here.
Oh no.
Yep.
I mean, you said it needed blowing up, so just, you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my greatsword down and use my short bow. Can I use that as a bonus action?
Well, if you put it down, it would have to be drop it to the floor.
Drop it to the floor, okay. And then do short bow. That would be a bonus. Okay, cool. And I'm going to attack. Yeah, this guy. And use my short bow. Does 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Damn it! All right. That is all I'm gonna do then. Unfortunately. Can I pick up my sword? No, I can't. Can I? No.
No.
Ignore me.
No.
Nope. There we go.
Okay, so Hobgoblin over here, he's going to turn and with a longbow, he is going to take a pot shot at you, Yinfu.
Yup.
So the arrow kind of thuds past, hitting the kind of the dirt or the stone, I should say, near you, then kind of sparking and kind of ricocheting off behind you. The arrow is quite heavy, so you're quite glad that one missed. You hear him mumbling or like you hear sound of something said to some goblins nearby to him. This gobbo here, he is going to hear that mumbling, or hear something that does that. He's going to fire a short bow this time at you, Lee May. It's going to miss, but he's not going to be too bothered by that, as he is going to kind of take a running jump off this ledge here and into cover. This goblin is going to move forward a little. just see how much range he has on that thing. Okay, so it's going to be disadvantaged, but he's also going to take a shot at you. Okay, well this one hits.
What?
Really? 15, 17. Okay, so a Hail Mary shot manages to find its way over to you.
God damn.
The arrow kind of finding a way through your chainmail.
Oh,
Nowhere crucial, however. Okay, Wide-Eye, your turn.
Hearing everything going on around the corner. He's going to come round, what was that? 5, 10, 15, 25. No, 25 foot. I'm so confused. Oh yeah, it does tell you how far you've gone already. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I wouldn't really be able to see that guy, would he? But you'd be able to see people over there. Give me 1 second, let me...
My extreme range.
I mean, my die is an extreme person, so, you know.
Right.
120 feet at disadvantage. Tempting. Just
If you're reckless, will that?
Oh, still not quite close enough. Yeah, he can't reach anyone, so he's gonna dash. And measuring tool. That's why. So maybe. Oh, for some reason it is not letting me switch to select.
Oh, right, okay.
Why is that not letting me do
Where
that?
would you like to go?
Yeah, just a straight line. The extra 30 feet.
It's 20, so there you go.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, it's just takes a dash to kind of get a bit further ahead. End turn there.
Okay, so this goblin is going to use his action to make a minor adjustment. Yinfu, your turn.
Okay. Right. How far away am I from? How big's this drop down?
10 feet. But it's not a sheer cliff, so you'd be able to kind of slide down it.
Okay. Would it take extra movement, or am I okay to just scooch my butt down there? Okay. Cool. Excuse me, sorry. I'm gonna just attempt to unarmed. I'm assuming that hits.
That hits, yes.
Super.
Okay, yep, that does it for that particular goblin.
That's it, my turn.
Okay, Erlang.
I am going to follow the group round. Because everyone is running on. Move over there. Ooh, there is a lot more here. There you go, now I've got the full movement again. I'm going to move there. And I'm going to use my action to move the moonbeam behind us, although I can no longer see it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just make a new one.
Because it can move 60 feet, which means I can stick it sort of here-ish.
Like that?
Yeah, that'll do. Maybe down a little bit so it's not directly behind us. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's hope we don't need to retreat.
Erlang does that. Elias, you can't notice this approaching. Alright, so meanwhile, Gobbo over here has lit the fuse. So, template time.
Oh no.
If I can get the whole map in sight, there we go. There we go. So, who, if anyone, is blocked by the wall there? Oof. No, you're all gonna. I need a dex save from everybody, please. DC 15.
Okay. I'm assuming I can see
You will
this
see
one.
this one, yes. Actually, no, Yinfu, you won't. You're in cover.
Oh, okay, cool.
Those crates will block the worst of it from you.
Ability check advantage. Oh, you bastard.
Hey!
Oh, accidentally. Well, yeah, I suppose I did need to roll one for.
Yeah,
Limb
that's
as well,
fine.
but-
So Hulk's Lima's just cleared it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Sorry, I was just checking my character
Okay,
sheet. I thought I had a thing where I can do things, but I'm not sure if that's this level. Where's
It
Dex?
might be later, perhaps. So, you guys watch as this rack, clearly of what appears to be like, a whole array of tubes, sparks to life, kind of belching forth kind of explosions and projectiles, and before you can really react, a hail of arrows is kind of whizzing and landing all around you. So, those of you who failed are going to take full damage. Those of you who succeeded will take half. It wasn't actually that. 2 1s in there, so you got quite lucky. So,
I still only
Elias-
took half. Yes.
Yeah. Elias, you're going to take the 9. Tuan, Lima, you'll take the 4.
Everyone, it's happened. I've taken the first damage of the campaign.
It's over.
Oh!
Erlang, basically, if you're okay to add your own or deduct your own healths from that.
Yeah. 4 you said.
Yeah, 4 if you passed, 9 if you failed.
It only took the biggest template I've ever seen to hit Elias.
Okay, so Yinfu, you kind of.
If you click the 3 dots on Crispy's damage message, you can apply damage to your character. You can also apply half damage.
Oh,
Healing.
crap, that's
Ooh.
great.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to roll concentration.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
Hey!
Okay, so you keep that up. Right, so Yinfu, you kind of hear the thud as multiple arrows kind of slam into this kind of trash heap slash barrack in front of you, and several more kind of ping off the stone. The rest of you aren't so lucky, kind of getting peppered to a greater or lesser degree, as about 200 arrows are kind of projected at you at high velocity from this this siege engine over here. However, the now resulting space is just absolutely covered in gun smoke, essentially. Kind of an acrid scent filling the cave and making it very difficult to acquire a ranged target in that direction, which of course will work both ways. But that is the end of his turn. Okay, so Swan, you're up.
Oh, cool. Right. Dead. I'm gonna move. If I can
In fact,
tell
actually, I should have added some additional
chance.
gobos to that fight there with me at the end of that round.
30. Please tell me my measurement is 40. Blimey, some more goblins. And I've forgotten this whole time I can use a cunning action to dash. So I'm going to do that and move up. These barrels and stuff here, can we stand on them, or is that going to count as like being by cover?
So you can stand on them. It'll probably count as rough terrain.
Okay, that's fine because rough terrain doesn't bother me when I dash. So I'll move up there. And how far am I now? 65 feet. So that's in range for the short bow, but because of the smoke, is that going to...
Yeah, it'll be disadvantage for any ranged attacks to and from there.
That's fine. I'll give it a go anyway. Short bow. Uh, 12. On the hobgoblin.
On the hobgoblin. Right, your arrow is not going to find its mark on that particular time. Smoke, just obscures your vision that bit too much. It kind of clanks into the barricade in front of him.
Yep. And that's it. Turn.
Well, Lynn is dead.
Lynn's dead, so we can remove that.
Unfortunately.
Oh no.
So, if I guess you're probably close enough to notice, you'll see that she just turns back into a clay form as she then hits the ground. It just kind of unfortunately. So reeling from that a little bit, it's this means a war. So I'm going to move forward.
The rest of this has just been a bit of a disagreement.
And planting the staff in the ground, I'm going to use 3 charges to cast a fireball.
Okay.
So consume usage. Wait, has that just consumed all of it? I'll figure that out after.
But anyway,
so it's 3 charges for a fireball. That was right, wasn't it?
It was, yeah. So where are you placing that?
You have. It's gonna be. Can I get all of them? Oh, bastard can't quite get all. Yeah, it's just gonna have to be these 3 guys and the device, whatever it is. I might not know the name of it.
Alright, so I will roll them their saves. So that one passes. Not that I think it'll make too much difference. That one fails. That one fails. Okay, do you want to roll damage?
Yep. 23.
Okay, so a fireball erupts from the staff, punching a hole through the gun smoke and striking the front of this Hwatcher and just engulfing the crew and the nearby hobgoblin in fire. So that's him down.
I'll just sort of like turn to Wide Eye and be like, "How cool was that?" Okay. Yeah. And that's going to be end of my turn as Elias kind of stands a little bit shocked at what he's just unleashed.
Jesus.
Okay, now your turn.
Yeah, just after that, wow. Okay, let's see. So I'm over here. Let's just say I'm looking a bit bloody, though. So I'm gonna tuck myself over here. And see what's. Oh no! Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use my second wind. I didn't want to use it now, but I feel like.
I wonder if there's anything in there, guys.
You haven't
I'll
got
say,
you, so you wouldn't know.
There's another goblin, I think. Yeah, hobgoblin and a goblin. I call back. I wonder if there's anything. Cool, and then I'm gonna. Can I touch anything? No. No. Okay, I'm just gonna stay there. That's fine.
What you eating? Oh, I had some
Right.
of my beef crisps.
And end of my turn.
So I get greasy fingers.
Okay, so
Oh, okay. Are you done?
Don't know. Is Daisy in?
Well, I got water.
You're not muted, Rich.
so
Sorry.
you're done when I say you're done.
11 out of 10 for chopsticks to save on the greasy fingers. That is a pro move.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's too good.
Right, so this gobbo is going to target Yulime with his bow at point blank range. Not that that makes too much difference for rolls. And it hits. Okay, so the arrow strikes true, kind of firmly lodging itself. Your armor thankfully saves you from a fatal blow, but you get a kind of nasty gash as it kind of punches through some of the weaker links in your chain. Meanwhile, this goblin here is actually going to decide that discretion is the better part of valor. And under the cover of the smoke, he is going to dash away. Okay, Wide-Eye, your turn. These goblins are starting to piss you off, I reckon.
They are, but they all just kind of blew up, the ones he was going for. I'm assuming he probably would have heard noise from over here.
Yeah, you would have heard, like, yeah, Lee May cry in pain and that arrow connected.
Right. Yeah, so we're kind of aiming to get to there. We're would standing on this kind of be a bit raised, or is this kind of ground
It's
level?
a little raised. It's kind of rough terrain, kind of quite an unsteady footing because it's just like discarded crap.
Risk it.
Not particularly neatly piled either.
Would you be able to? Do you think you'd be able to see this goblin past Lee May?
It'd be a tough shot.
Try. It's in that one. Only hits Lee May.
No other way I'd want to. No
So
other
it's
way
gonna
I want to go. Yeah, no other way I want to go.
It's the javelin through the back of the skull.
Jesus.
Yeah, go on. Why not? Well, gonna for a reckless.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I thought reckless is just melee.
Is it? I thought it was any attack. You might be right. Let me double check if I've read it wrong.
I won't lie, I think it might be one of those things where the new rules were like, yeah, you can now do it.
It just says attack
Right,
when you make your attack on your turn.
Oh, hold on. No, doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon attacks.
Oh yeah, I missed that bit.
Oh well,
okay.
that's interesting to know going forward.
I was
Yeah,
going to
well,
say I
I mean-
played the entire campaign with.
Oh yeah, I was going to say I think Titus definitely cheated that.
Probably.
Cool, yeah, 100%.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I believe
Well-
it is maybe changed with the new rules. Things like that, but I'm not positive.
Well, normal attack then.
Okay, so the javelin sails past both Lee May and the goblin.
Oh, we're down to one javelin. Okay.
Hell, at least it wasn't anymore.
Yeah, we'll end turn there.
Oh yeah, Pascal, you're right. The new rules are attack rolls using strength.
So yeah,
one of the things that I
javelins
thought was
can-
really interesting because you just like huff it full strength and
Oh,
obviously aren't in
yeah.
a position to defend any incoming attacks.
I think that's alright, and that's new rules. Alright, next goblin. He's going to charge into melee and try and attack you with his short sword or scimitar.
Yep.
As you found yourself in categorically probably the worst position you could be in.
Yeah.
However, you parry this one. Goblin is not a skillful combatant. His hobgoblin buddy, on the other hand, is going to move kind of around that goblin, and he is going to attack you there with his longsword. That is a hit, and he is going to use his martial advantage feature, so he can deal extra damage to a creature it hits within if it's got an ally with him. So that is going to be, I'll do the damage from a longsword first, and then the martial advantage. Okay, so big cleaving hits here, Lee May. Start to kind of cut through armor and find the flesh. You're now starting to kind of lose a lot of blood from a lot of small wounds that are obviously kind of, cumulatively quite a problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, the next goblin is also only really able to see you, so I'm afraid that is another short bow attack coming your way. And a hit. Okay, Lee May, you're starting to look a little bit like Boromir at the minute. Multiple of these kind of crude arrow shafts now sticking out as you're just kind of blow after blow rains down upon you.
We should have divvied out our health potions.
About to say.
Yeah, I was about because I've used my second wind and that didn't do shit.
The party has an oversight. Who would have thought? In my campaign.
If you look to my turn, I can heal you.
Right, okay, so next goblin is going to charge forward and try and assess what the fuck is going on here. First thing he sees here is probably you, Zwan, just because you are that close to him. So he's going to attack you. And that is a hit.
Damn. Damn.
Okay, the arrow finds its mark. Kind of catches you by surprise a little bit. Yinfu, it's your turn. You've obviously kind of seen this goblin appear and kind of twang an arrow off towards Zwan.
Yep. I'm assuming I probably would have heard sounds of distress as well from behind me.
Yes.
Oh, I will be
assume.
screaming. Yeah.
To get back up this cliff, is that more?
Yeah, that would be
movement.
20 feet because you've got to go back up.
It's fine. 10, 15, 20. Yeah, that probably would get me 60 feet. Let's see. Yes. Love to see it. It's not much, but it might be enough to help. Healing word. Let's do that a little bit higher. So that's 9 extra health for Lee May.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then I can. What's the rulings again? I never remember with spells.
One spell, one
bonus action.
cantrip. Never two
Okay.
spells.
That's fine. That was a spell, and then I've got a cantrip available. What is the range on that boy? That's 60 feet.
It would have to be a bonus action.
Yeah,
No,
that's
healing word's a bonus action, right?
healing word is
Yeah.
bonus action.
Oh, sorry, yeah, it's the other way around. Yeah, because Misty Step was the same before when I did it.
Yeah.
I forget healing word's bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Very
a
good
one
spell.
leveled spell per turn in the overrules update.
Yeah, seeing the fact that Lee May has kind of got a bit of a party going on over there, once again, I'm going to make her your mum joke at this hobgoblin. So that's a DC 13 wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You mum.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Oh.
The hobgoblin never knew his mother, so it cuts a little less deeply.
Well, my work here is done.
But you didn't do anything.
Like slowly walks away.
Yeah, just.
Thumbs up, waves, and walks out.
Alright, another goblin
jest.
comes around. Again, now he can only really see you, Swan, so that is going to be another arrow coming your way. That's another hit.
God.
You've-
Okay, so these arrows start striking home and you realise you're quite separated from your companions. Erlang, your turn.
How are people looking?
Arrows everywhere.
I look like Boromir.
Gun smoke
Everywhere.
scattering through the cave. Bodies on the
Yinfu
floor.
Looks like she's been in a different location than the rest of you guys, I think. She's stumbled in by accident. I don't fucking know.
Isn't that the info every time?
Little bit, yeah. I think usually she's covered in more of her own blood, though.
Yeah.
do Yinfu and or Li Mei look bloodied from here?
Well, you can see that Li Mei is up to her gills in goblins trying to kill her, so...
Okay, I'm gonna use another Balm of the Summer Court. So Li Mei have 3 more health and a temporary hit point, if that's not already just applied.
And I'll do it for you now.
And then I'm going to move the Moonbeam. I'm just going to recast it without using a spell slot to place the measurement again.
Okay, so what was it, 60 feet you can move it?
Yeah, that's... and I can pop it there, which according to the template doesn't hit Li Mei, but does hit the other 2.
Okay.
Because I think I can then move the template later on myself if it sticks around. I am also going to try and get out of the way of Explodey again. And there's a nice big scary man to hide behind.
Okay, the goblin over here is going to move, so I can select him rather than measure. And again, he is going to take the obvious target, and he's going to attack you, Li Mei.
Yes.
Who I imagine by now has realised that this is not the best place to be standing.
Yeah. I didn't know there's going to be more gobbos.
Okay, so this one doesn't hit. The arrow kind of whizzes past. You can feel the breeze go past your right ear. Right, and that brings us to the top of a round where I'm going to suggest we call it for tonight. Because there is more fun to be had, and I don't think we have enough time to do it all in one session.
Oh.
Okay.
That is ominous, Crispy. I will give you that.
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm gonna die this time.
I've still got more healing I can throw at you if necessary, and I feel if
Right, 'cause I have
necessary,
more
if
arrows.
necessary.
Oh, God.